Thank you, Mayor. You and Rosie have provided just tireless leadership throughout this process, and we are all very, very thankful. Fort Worth is thankful. Stephanie, welcome back. It's wonderful to see you again. Our city is thrilled to formally begin this partnership, and our goal, as I've told you many times, is to exceed your expectations over the next 6 months. How did this all come about? Well, Gary Patterson insisted that I use one football analogy, so here it is. If you think about Fort Worth as a city, it's ready for prime time. Fort Worth is ready for prime time. It's just the right size, it's got the muscle and just the right skills. You combine all those attributes with a bit of strategy, teamwork, and a lot of hustle, and here we are, we got it done. The Touchdown Fort Worth team has worked toward this day for many, many months. This started back early last year, actually. Our work began in earnest about 4 months ago when 10 members of our team spent over 3 hours at the Bristol, Connecticut headquarters of ESPN. We met with almost 24 ESPN leaders. It was a wonderful day for Fort Worth. It was a lot of fun to showcase this city to the leaders at ESPN. Our team previewed Fort Worth through video, photos, statistics, and we threw in a lot of personal vignettes. We described in detail the vibrancy and the uniqueness of our city, our downtown, and specifically Sundance Square. Stephanie and her team were very gracious hosts. We got a fun tour of the facilities, but we also got down to work. They're loaded with skepticism and had many, many questions. And I think we answered most, not all, but we got back to them very quickly with those that we couldn't answer on the spot. I'll also tell you they all carry a great poker face. I've been in a lot of business negotiations, and they're as good as anyone about having a good poker face. But over the course of several hours, they began to understand what makes Fort Worth so special, and we began to better understand ESPN's needs during Super Bowl week. On that day, for the first time, I truly felt that our team and our city had a real chance of partnering with ESPN. The mood on the ride back to Fort Worth, we were all together, was upbeat and with a hint of confidence. Not too much, but just a bit. And I might even add maybe a little Fort Worth swagger thrown in there. But we knew that we had a lot of work ahead of us, and we spent our entire trip back organizing for our next steps. 1 month later, more than a dozen ESPN leaders visited Fort Worth. It was a very, very important, critical 2 days in our process. Our teams worked closely together over those 2 days. Rosie Moncrief supplied absolutely stunning weather, and she promises to do that Super Bowl week, by the way. Ed Bass and his team showcased Sundance Square, and we all gave a tour of downtown overall. Next, we hosted a rooftop dinner at Riata, and that's when we brought in the big guns, Nolan and Ruth Ryan, and Gary and Kelsey Patterson. Our team's confidence grew at that point. Today, we stand here in Sundance Square and announce a wonderful, terrific partnership. ESPN will be headquartered right here in Fort Worth for Super Bowl week. Don't underestimate what 80+ hours of programming will do for Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth, you will love the ESPN team. They're smart, they're friendly, they're fair, and like us, they take pride in who they are and what they do. They've transformed sports broadcasting, and I think we have a chance of transforming Fort Worth just as well. It is truly a perfect match. Thanks to everyone who made this happen, especially you, Mr. Mayor, Rosie, Ed. Your vision here not only transformed Sundance Square, but ultimately all of downtown, and without that we wouldn't be here today. And now Fort Worth will be showcased to millions of people. Think about it, millions of people, not only nationwide, but worldwide. Stephanie, Fort Worth will be a great partner to you and ESPN. Please extend our best wishes to the rest of your team in Bristol. We can't wait to host all of you. Thank you very much.